G'day guys and welcome to the channel. This pile of paperwork here is the instructions to the Quorn Tool Cutter Grinder. I'm about to make a start on it, so well, I have made a start. In this video you'll see what I've made here is the spindle housing. So this is all the drawing I had to work with, which once you sort of nut it out, it's not too bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and this is going to be quite a long series of videos, this entire build. So yeah, it's going to take a while to get through it. There's a lot to do, still a lot of it's been done, but as you've seen in the previous photo, there's a lot being done, and I was lucky enough to get the base to the tool holders. We had the rotating base. I was lucky enough to get, that's an original Quorn, not a Chinese import one. That's one of the ridgy-dig ones. Weren't cheap, but we got them, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. A lot of the videos anyway. It's going to be a lot of videos to finish this off. Anyway, hope you enjoy. Rightio, so I'm making a start on this Quorn Tool and Cutter Grinder, and I'm gonna start on this on the actual spindle. So this is a piece of 4140 decided to make it out of. Now the booklet says, all the literature tells you how to do it, how to make it. Basically made on a Myford lathe. So I'm not going to be making it as per the book says. I'm sort of going to do it the way I think I can do it, and if it works, well, good and well. If it doesn't, well, I'll start again. Pretty much is how it's going to go. So what I've done, the outside of the spindle has to be 1 inch 3/8. So I've turned this down. You see that there? You're right on. Now, I had a suspicion my tailstock was out of bee's dick, and I was right. I've just spent the last 3 hours probably just slowly taking it down, probably not 3 hours, but yeah, spent a bloody long time just etching this tailstock over, and dickhead me was going the wrong way to start with, which made shit worse. But anyway, we've got it to where it's turning true now, which sort of getting down to the nitty gritty, and I was starting to run out of material, and I didn't want to start again and waste this, but I got it in the end. So it's smack on 1 inch 375 both ends. That's over 4 inches. So what I've done, I've clocked it back in the 4-jaw. I spent a fair bit of time clocking it in, so it's running dead true. As true as I can get it anyway. So it's in half the indicator, it's moving next to nothing. So I'm going to punch a 9/16 hole right through it. Now it's over length at the moment, so I'm going to work on one end. I'll get the hole right through it. It'll eventually be reamed to 5/8, but I'll work on one end, and when I flip it around and clock it back in, that's when I'll knock it off to length. It's not far over length, but anyway, knock it back to the right length, and then I can put the features in the other end. So I'm just trying to chase up some bearings for it now. They're called E13 bearings, used in magnetos, so they're a special bearing. Anyway, we'll get a hole punch through there. Try anyway. So 1.25 inches in from the end, it has to be opened up to 30mm neat. I've got a 7/8 drill here. I'm just going to go in roughly 1 inch, and then I'll go in with a bore and bar and clean it up from there. Okay, just got the bore and bar started in here. I've got a carriage stop set at 1.25 inches. I've just checked it with a stirrup depth mic, and I'm about 3 thou too deep, which I can just take off the face here at the end. Once I do a clean up cut, I'll adjust it on the end here. So I've got about another 290 thou to come out, so 145 on the dial. So just keep measuring on. Okay, we're getting down to the last cuts here for this 30mm ball, 30mm diameter ball. So it's got to be 1 inch 181 the plans call for, or 30mm. Got 16 thou to take out, so I've dialed in a whisker under 8 thou on the dial. Just see how that goes. It'll go the right way, doesn't it? Feels nice, give it that much. So, measure this sucker. Using the telescopic gauges my mate Cole give me. More than right sweat set. Alright, we've got a 25 to 50 micrometer. So after measuring that 3 or 4 times, I'm a thou under. And then the metric side, which I am 29.96. So I'm a thou under. So what I'm thinking of doing after a cup of tea is just take a thou or spring pass, and hopefully that'll gain me that thou and bring me up to the 30mm. Even though I did go in and change directions of the carriage, I'm hoping there's still maybe a little bit of spring left in it to keep the dial on the same setting, and like a thou's not much, but it has to be spot on. I'll just do it now and then have a cup of tea. Well, after a little bit of fiddle arsing around, I've got this right on 30mm. Okay, so I've turned the part around in the chuck, clocked it back in. That's a half thou indicator. It's running pretty darn true. As best I can get it. So just going to go and read the print up again, the drawing, and start boring out the guts of this side. So this has got to end up being 2 inch 3/8 deep, 7/8 in diameter hole. So that was 47/64 drill. Now I put a boring bar in and I'll bore, because this has got that 9/16 hole right through, from when I done the other side. So I'll bore it out to length and to diameter, then I can put there's another couple of features to put in this end with the thread and so on. So there's a bit involved in this part. Well, that was almost a big mistake. I turned the part around, as you're saying, I drilled it out, and I started boring it, and then I was back in my head there was something wrong. What I forgot to do is measure the length of the part, and so I could bring it back to its final dimension, which is 3 inch 750 thou. So I took it all out, measured it up. I've got to take 114 thou off this diameter, off this end face. And then I can finish boring it out to 7/8 internal there. But I knew that you just got all wound up and got all excited about getting one end finished, and then forgot about the important bits. Anyway, we're getting there now. So I've got 12 thou remaining to come out. I'll put 6 on the dial. I'll let it cut down, then I'll change the traverse and let it cut on the way back out, and hopefully we'll hit the number. One can only hope. Oh well, it's 2 thou over. Okay, I'm opening this end up here to 181, 1 inch 181. I've got 30 thou to go. Biggest problem I've got is I have no bearing to test fit. So I'm just going to be cross my fingers and everything that they're going to fit when I do source them. Just having a little bit of trouble getting people to get back to me on whether they can get them or not. Anyway, I've got 15 thou to come out. 30 thou to come out. Not impressed with that finish at all. I reckon we're right on size here. Okay, I've changed this tip. Got a depth stop or carriage stop set 250 thou in from this face, and I've got to come out 34 thou on the dial, I think. So 250 subtract 181 equals 69. Divide that by 2, 34 and a half. Yep. Okay, I've set up here to cut this 32 TPI thread. This is the last little operation on this part, and I really don't want to screw this up. A fair bit of time into this part so far, but that's the joys of it. It. That's it, boy shit. Bit of rag. There we have it. Little mark there. I have to try and use a bit of Scotch-Brite to get that out. But I am super happy with that. Looks good too. It's nice and shiny. Well, tick that one off the list.